Ladies and gentlemen, dreamers and doers, I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Picture the faces of those who said you could not. Hear the echoes of their doubts. Feel the weight of their skepticism. Now open your eyes. You are still here, not you. You are still standing. And that, my friends, is the first step to proving them wrong. The world is full of naysayers, people who are so comfortable in their own limitations that they try to impose them on you. But let me tell you something, their limitations are not your limitations. Their fears are not your fears. And their failures, they certainly don't have to be your failures. Now, I'm not here to tell you that proving them wrong is easy. Oh, no, it's not. It's a journey, often a long and challenging one. But it's a journey worth taking, because at the end of that road, you will find something remarkable. You will find yourself, the version of you that you always knew existed, even when no one else could see it. What is success? Is it a number in your bank account? Is it a title on your business card? Maybe for some it is. But true success, the kind that satisfies your soul, is much more than that. It's about becoming the person you are meant to be, despite the odds, despite the naysayers, despite the obstacles. You know, I have met countless individuals over the years who started with nothing but a dream and a determination to prove the world wrong. They did not have fancy degrees or wealthy parents. What they had was something far more valuable. They had grit. They had the audacity to believe in themselves when no one else would. Take Sarah, for example. Sarah was told she would never make it in the tech industry. It's a man's world, they said. You don't have the right background, they said. But Sarah did not listen. She taught herself coding in her spare time, worked odd jobs to pay for online courses, and kept pushing forward. Today, Sarah runs her own successful tech startup. She did not just prove them wrong, she redefined what was possible. Or consider Michael. Michael was born into poverty, raised by a single mother in a neighborhood where dreams went to die. His teachers told him he wasn't college material. His peers told him to lower his expectations. But Michael decided to write his own story. He studied harder than anyone else, took on multiple jobs to save for college. And now, he's a respected pediatrician, saving lives and inspiring a new generation of dreamers in his old neighborhood. These stories are not unique. They are happening all around us, every single day. Ordinary people doing extraordinary things, not because they were destined for greatness, but because they decided to be great. Now, I want you to understand something crucial. Proving them wrong is not about revenge. It's not about rubbing your success in someone's face. No, it's about something far more powerful. It's about liberation. It's about freeing yourself from the cage of other people's expectations and limitations. When you set out to prove them wrong, you are really setting out to prove yourself right. You are betting on yourself. And let me tell you, that's the best bet you will ever make. But how do we do it? How do we take this burning desire to prove them wrong and turn it into tangible success? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me share with you 5 principles that I have seen work time and time again. First, embrace the power of self-education. In this rapidly changing world, your ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn is your greatest asset. The people who told you that you couldn't succeed, they are often stuck in old ways of, but you have the power to reinvent yourself every single day. Read voraciously. And I'm not just talking about books related to your field. Read widely. Philosophy, history, science, art, It all connects. The most innovative ideas often come from connecting dots that others don't even see. Make learning a daily habit. Dedicate time each day to growing your mind. It could be 30 minutes of reading, a podcast during your commute, or an online course. The specifics don't matter as much as the consistency. Remember, every great achievement in history started with someone educating themselves beyond what was expected of them. So, be that person. Be the one who knows more, who digs deeper, who never stops growing. Second, develop unwavering self-belief. This is not about arrogance or overconfidence. It's about having a deep, unshakable faith in your ability to figure things out, to overcome obstacles, to keep moving forward no matter what. You need to understand that belief is a choice. It's not something that's given to you. It's something you give yourself. Every morning when you wake up, you have a choice. You can choose to believe in yourself and your dreams, or you can choose to listen to the doubts and fears. Choose belief every single time. Self-belief. It needs to be nurtured. Feed your belief with positive self-talk, with visualizations of your success, with small wins that you celebrate. Create an environment that reinforces your belief. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, with books and content that inspire you. And when doubt creeps into you, because it will, even to the best of us, have a plan. Have a set of empowering questions you can ask yourself. What if I can do this? What if this is possible? What's the best that could happen? Train your mind to look for possibilities, not limitations. Third, embrace failure as your greatest teacher. Now, I know what you are thinking. Failure. I thought this was about proving them wrong. But here's the secret. Those who prove the naysayers wrong are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who fail forward. Every failure is a lesson. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. The Wright brothers failed countless times before they achieved flight. Thomas Edison famously said he did not fail 10,000 times. He successfully found 10,000 ways that would not work. So, change your relationship with failure. Don't fear it. Don't avoid it. Seek it out. Take calculated risks. Try new things. Push your boundaries. And when you fail, notice I said when, not if. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? Document your failures. Keep a journal of the lessons you learn. Review it regularly. You will start to see patterns, insights that will fuel your future success. And here's a powerful truth. The more you are willing to fail, the more you will ultimately succeed. Because each failure brings you one step closer to the breakthrough. Fourth, master the art of discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's what turns your dreams into reality. It's what separates the achievers from the dreamers. Discipline is not about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about showing up day after day, especially on the days when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the small things, the unglamorous things, the things that no one sees, but that make all the difference. Create routines and stick to them. Have a morning routine that sets you up for success. Have an evening routine that allows you to reflect and prepare for the next day. Break your big goals down into daily actions, and then do those actions religiously. Remember, discipline is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. Start small. Maybe it's reading for 15 minutes a day, or making 3 sales calls, or writing 500 words. Whatever it is, do it consistently. Then gradually increase the challenge. And here's a powerful truth about discipline. It creates freedom. The more disciplined you are, the more choices you have, the more opportunities open up to you. So embrace discipline. Let it be the fuel that drives you towards proving them wrong. Fifth and finally, cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Now you might be wondering, what does gratitude have to do with proving them wrong? Everything, my friends. Everything. Gratitude is the antidote to resentment, to bitterness, to the kind of anger that can consume you when you are focused on proving others wrong. Gratitude keeps you focused on what you have, not on what you lack. It keeps you in a positive state of mind, which is crucial for success. Start and end each day with gratitude. Write down 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe it's a warm cup of coffee, a kind word from a stranger, or the fact that you have another day to chase your dreams. Gratitude also helps you appreciate the journey. Because here's the truth, by the time you have proven them wrong, you will likely have outgrown the need to prove anything to anyone. You will realize that the real victory was in who you became along the way. Now let's talk about persistence. Persistence is the engine that drives all these principles. It's what keeps you going when the excitement fades, when the road gets tough, when it seems like the whole world is against you. Persistence is about getting up one more time than you fall. It's about taking one more step when every fiber of your being is screaming at you to give up. It's about believing in the dawn, even in the darkest night. You need to understand that success is rarely a straight line. It's a series of ups and downs, twists and turns. There will be times when you feel like you are making no progress at all. But that's an illusion. Every effort, every attempt, every small step forward is progress. Think of water dripping on a rock. One drop doesn't do much. Neither does the 100th drop, or even the 1,000th. But over time, that constant dripping can carve a hole through solid rock. That's the power of persistence. So how do you cultivate persistence? First, you need to have a clear why. Why are you doing this? Why is it important to you? Your why needs to be stronger than the obstacles you will face. It needs to be something that gets you out of bed in the morning, that keeps you going when everything seems hopeless. Write down your why. Make it vivid. Visualize it. Feel it. Let it become a part of you. And when things get tough, reconnect with that why. Let it refuel your determination. Next, break your journey down into smaller milestones. Proving them wrong is a big goal. It can feel overwhelming. So break it down. What's the next step? What can you achieve this week, this day, this hour? Focus on that. Celebrate those small victories. They'll give you the momentum to keep going. Also, learn to reframe setbacks. When you face an obstacle, instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this teaching me? How can I use this? The simple shift in perspective can turn stumbling blocks into stepping stones. Remember, persistence is not about doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. That's insanity. Persistence is about trying, learning, adjusting, and trying again. It's about being committed to your goal, but flexible in your approach. You have probably heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. There's a lot of truth to that. Your environment shapes you in ways you might not even realize. So if you want to prove them wrong, you need to carefully curate your environment. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who challenge you, who inspire you to be better. Seek out mentors who have walked the path you're on. Join mastermind groups of like-minded individuals who are also on a journey of growth and achievement. And it's not just about people. Your physical environment matters too. Create a space that inspires you. Fill it with books that challenge your thinking, with quotes that motivate you, with reminders of your goals and your why. Also, be mindful of the media you consume. In this digital age, we're constantly bombarded with information. Make sure you are feeding your mind with content that aligns with your goals, that fuels your ambition, that reinforces your belief in yourself. Remember, your mind is like a garden. You need to actively plant the seeds of success and regularly weed out the doubts and negativity. Your environment is the soil in which these seeds grow. Make sure it's fertile ground for your dreams. Now, I want to address something important. As you embark on this journey to prove them wrong, you will face criticism. Some of it will be from the very people you are trying to prove wrong. But some of it might come from unexpected places, friends, family, even people you respect. Here's what you need to understand. Criticism is often a sign that you are on the right track. It means you are doing something different, something that challenges the status quo. As the saying goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. But sometimes, to go where no one has gone before, you need to be willing to go alone. Learn to differentiate between constructive criticism and noise. Constructive criticism, even if it's hard to hear, can help you grow. It can point out blind spots, help you refine your approach. Embrace it. Learn from it, but the noise, the doubts, the naysaying, the attempts to pull you back into the crowd, that's what you need to filter out. Develop a thick skin, but keep a soft heart. Don't let criticism embitter you. Don't let it turn you into someone who's trying to prove others wrong out of spite or resentment. Remember, the ultimate goal is not to prove them wrong. It's to prove yourself right. As you progress on your journey, as you start to see success, you will face a new challenge, the temptation to rest on your laurels. Success can be a lousy teacher. It can make you complacent, can make you think you have got it all figured out. But here's the truth. The moment you think you have made it, that's when you start to fall behind. The world is constantly changing, constantly evolving. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. The skills that got you here might not be the skills that will take you to the next level. So cultivate a beginner's mindset. No matter how successful you become, always be a student. Always be curious. Always be looking for ways to grow, to improve, to push your boundaries. And as you achieve success, as you start to prove them wrong, remember to lift others up. Use your success as a platform to help others, to inspire others, to show others what's possible. Because the ultimate victory is not just in proving them wrong about you. It's in proving them wrong about what's possible for all of us. Your mind is an incredibly powerful tool. It doesn't know the difference between what's vividly imagined and what's real. Use this to your advantage. Spend time each day visualizing your success. See yourself achieving your goals. Feel the emotions you will feel when you have proven them wrong. Make it as vivid and detailed as possible. Engage all your senses. What will you see? What will you hear? What will you feel? This is not just feel-good mumbo-jumbo. Athletes use visualization to improve their performance. Surgeons use it to prepare for complex procedures. Business leaders use it to navigate challenging situations. It works because it primes your brain for success. It creates neural pathways that make your desired outcome feel more achievable. But don't just visualize the end result. Visualize the process too. See yourself putting in the work, overcoming obstacles, persisting in the face of setbacks. This prepares you mentally for the challenges you will face and makes you more resilient when you face them in reality. Remember, your life moves in the direction of your most dominant thoughts. So make sure those thoughts are aligned with where you want to go, not where others think you should be. Now address something that many people struggle with on their journey to prove others wrong. The fear of success? Yes, you heard that right. Many people are actually afraid of succeeding. Why? Because success brings change. It brings new responsibilities. It might mean leaving behind the familiar, stepping out of your comfort zone. It might mean outgrowing relationships, facing new challenges you don't feel prepared for. If you find yourself self-sabotaging just as you're on the brink of a breakthrough, this might be why. Recognize it for what it is. A fear response to change, to the unknown. Here's how you overcome it. First, acknowledge the fear. It's normal, it's human. Then, reframe it. Instead of focusing on what you might lose or what might go wrong, focus on what you stand to gain, on all the new opportunities that will open up to you. Remember, growth happens at the edge of your comfort zone. Embrace the discomfort. See it as a sign that you are evolving, that you are becoming the person you need to be to achieve your dreams. Also, remember that success is not a destination. It's a journey. You don't suddenly arrive at success and then you are done. You will always be growing, always be facing new challenges, and that's a good thing. It means you are alive. It means you are still in the game. Now, as we start to wrap up, I want to talk about legacy, because proving them wrong is not just about you. It's about the impact you have on others, the trail you blaze for those who will come after you. When you defy expectations and achieve what others deemed impossible, you are not just changing your own life. You are changing the narrative for countless others who share your background, your circumstances, your dreams. Every time someone breaks through a barrier, they make it a little easier for the next person. They expand the realm of what's possible in people's minds. When you prove them wrong, you are not just vindicating yourself. You are opening doors for others, showing them that they too can dream big, that they too can overcome the odds. This is why your journey matters beyond just your personal success. You are not just proving them wrong about you. You are proving them wrong about what's possible for people like you. You are challenging stereotypes, breaking down prejudices, and reshaping perceptions. So I want you to think bigger. Yes, focus on your personal goals, on proving wrong those who doubted you. But also think about the wider impact of your success. How can you use your journey to inspire others? How can you leverage your achievements to create opportunities for those who come after you? Maybe it's mentoring young people from your community. Maybe it's using your platform to advocate for change. Maybe it's simply being visible in your success, showing others that someone who looks like them, who comes from where they come from, can make it. Remember, every great movement, every significant change in society started with individuals who refused to accept the status quo, who refused to believe that things couldn't be different, who proved them wrong not just for themselves, but for all of us. Something that often gets overlooked in the pursuit of proving them wrong. The importance of authenticity in your quest to succeed, to show the world what you are capable of. Don't lose sight of who you are. Don't compromise your values. Don't sacrifice your integrity. You see, proving them wrong is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about fulfilling your unique potential, not conforming to someone else's idea of success. There will be temptations along the way, shortcuts that promise quicker results, compromises that seem necessary in the moment. But remember this, true success, the kind that satisfies your soul and leaves a lasting legacy, comes from being true to yourself. Your uniqueness is your strength. Your background, your experiences, your perspective, these are what make you valuable. These are what will allow you to contribute something truly original to the world. So don't try to erase them. Don't try to fit into a mold that wasn't made for you. Instead, embrace what makes you different. Use it. Let it fuel your success. This doesn't mean you should not grow or change. Growth is essential, but grow in a way that aligns with your core values, that feels authentic to who you are. Because when you prove them wrong by being unapologetically yourself, you give others permission to do the same. Now, let's address a crucial aspect of this journey, resilience. Proving them wrong is not a one-time event. It's not about having one big success and then you are done. No, it's a continuous process. It requires resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep going when things get tough. Resilience is not something you were born with, it's a skill you developed. It's a muscle you strengthen through use. Every time you face a challenge and push through, you are building resilience. Every time you fall and get back up, you are becoming more resilient. So how do you build resilience? First, by reframing your view of challenges. Don't see them as obstacles. See them as opportunities to grow, to learn, to become stronger. When you face a setback, instead of asking, why me? Ask, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? By developing a growth mindset, believe that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Your talents are just the starting point. With effort and learning, you can achieve things far beyond what others or even you thought possible. By building a support network, surround yourself with people who believe in you, who encourage you, who pick you up when you are down. Remember, even the most successful people had support. They had mentors, friends, family who believed in them when no one else did. Taking care of your physical and mental health is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's what gives you the energy, the clarity, the emotional strength to keep going when things get tough. So make time for rest, for exercise, for activities that recharge you. Resilience is what will keep you going when the initial excitement fades, when the journey gets tough, when it seems like you are not making progress. It's what will help you turn obstacles into opportunities, setbacks into comebacks. When you set out to prove them wrong, it's easy to focus on the big goal, the final destination. But the journey to proving them wrong is rarely about one big leap. More often, it's about consistent small steps forward. Think of it like compound interest. Small, consistent efforts might not seem like much in the moment, but over time they add up to massive change. It's the power of 1% improvement. If you get just 1% better each day, after a year you will be 37 times better. So celebrate the small wins. Acknowledge the progress you are making, even if it seems insignificant. Did you learn something new today? That's progress. Did you push a little harder than yesterday? That's progress. Did you face a fear, no matter how small? That's progress. These small wins serve two important purposes. First, they build momentum. Success breeds success. Each small win makes the next one a little easier, a little more believable. Second, they build confidence. They show you that you are capable of change, of growth, of achievement. Remember, those who doubted you did not expect you to transform overnight. They doubted your ability to consistently show up, to persistently work towards your goals. So every day that you show up, every small step you take, this approach also helps you stay motivated for the long haul. Because let's be honest, proving them wrong is not an overnight process. It's a journey. And like any long journey, there will be times when it feels overwhelming. Times when the goal seems too far away, too impossible. But when you focus on incremental progress, on getting a little better each day, the journey becomes manageable. The goal becomes achievable. You are no longer trying to leap across a chasm. You are building a bridge, one plank at a time. So break down your big goal into smaller, actionable steps. What's one thing you can do today to move closer to your goal? What habit can you build that will compound over time into major progress? Focus on that. Master that. Then move on to the next thing. Something that many people struggle with on this journey, the fear of judgment. When you set out to prove them wrong, you are putting yourself out there. You are making yourself vulnerable to criticism, to scrutiny, to judgment. This fear can be paralyzing. It can keep you from taking risks, from putting your work out there, from stepping into the spotlight. But here's the truth. Judgment is inevitable. No matter what you do, there will always be people ready to criticize, to doubt, to judge. So instead of trying to avoid judgment, learn to move forward despite it. Understand that other people's judgments are more about them than they are about you. They are filtered through their own fears, their own insecurities, their own limited perspective. Moreover, remember that the judgment of others is not your burden to carry. You are not responsible for their thoughts or opinions. You are only responsible for your own actions, your own efforts, your own journey. In fact, judgment can be a sign that you are on the right track. It often means you are doing something different, something that challenges the status quo. As the saying goes, you can't do epic stuff with basic people. So wear that judgment as a badge of honor. Let it fuel your determination to prove them wrong. But also, learn to differentiate between constructive criticism and baseless judgment. Constructive criticism, even when it's hard to hear, can help you grow. It can point out blind spots, help you refine your approach. Don't dismiss all feedback in your quest to prove them wrong. Be open to learning, to improving. In today's world of instant gratification, patience seems like a lost virtue. We want results now. We want to prove them wrong immediately. But real, lasting success, the kind that truly proves them wrong, takes time. Think about it. Rome wasn't built in a day. Neither was any great success story you have ever heard. Behind every overnight success is usually years of hard work, of persistence, of patience. Patience doesn't mean passive waiting. It means actively working towards your goals while understanding that meaningful change and significant achievements take time. It means trusting the process, even when you can't see the results yet. This is where many people falter in their journey to prove them wrong. They start strong, full of determination, but when they don't see immediate results, They get discouraged. They start to doubt themselves. They wonder if maybe they were right after all. But here's the thing. Often you are making progress even when you can't see it. Like a seed growing underground. A lot of your growth happens beneath the surface before it becomes visible. You are developing skills, gaining experience, building resilience. All this is essential to your eventual success. So how do you cultivate patience? First, by setting realistic expectations. Understand that meaningful change takes time. Set milestones along the way to your big goal so you can see your progress by focusing on the process, not just the outcome. Find joy in the journey, in the daily actions you are taking towards your goal. When you enjoy the process, patience comes more naturally. By practicing mindfulness, stay present in the moment rather than always focusing on the future. Appreciate where you are now, even as you work towards where you want to be. By remembering your why. Reconnect with the reason you started this journey in the first place. Let that motivate you to keep going, even when progress seems slow. Patience is not about accepting the status quo. It's not about settling. It's about understanding that real change, lasting success, meaningful achievement, these things take time, and you are in it for the long haul. Now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to talk about something that might seem counterintuitive. The importance of forgiveness in your journey to prove them wrong. You might be thinking, forgiveness, but they doubted me. They underestimated me. They tried to hold me back. Why should I forgive them? Here's why forgiveness is not for them. It's for you, holding on to anger, resentment, bitterness. It doesn't hurt them. It hurts you. It drains your energy. It distracts you from your goals. It keeps you tethered to the past instead of focused on your future. Forgiveness doesn't mean you forget. It doesn't mean you allow people to continue undermining you. It simply means you release the negative emotions associated with their actions. You free yourself from the burden of resentment. When you forgive, you take back your power. You show that their words, their doubts, their actions don't control you. You prove them wrong not by being angry at them, but by rising above, by succeeding despite them. Moreover, forgiveness allows you to see the situation more clearly. Maybe some of those who doubted you were coming from a place of their own fears or limitations. Maybe some were trying to protect you in their own misguided way. Understanding this doesn't excuse their actions, but it can help you move forward with empathy and wisdom rather than anger. Forgiveness also opens you up to learning. Maybe there was a grain of truth in their doubts that you can use to improve yourself. Maybe their lack of belief highlighted an area where you needed to grow. When you let go of resentment, you can look at the situation objectively and extract valuable lessons. So how do you practice forgiveness? Start by acknowledging your feelings. It's okay to feel hurt, angry, or resentful. Don't suppress these emotions. Recognize them, feel them, but then choose to release them. Next, try to see the situation from the other person's perspective. This doesn't mean you agree with them, but it can help you understand where they were coming from. Then focus on what you can control. Your own actions, your own growth, your own success. Let proving them wrong be about your journey, not about. And finally, wish them well. This might be the hardest part, but it's also the most liberating. When you can genuinely wish success and happiness for those who doubted you, you know you have truly freed yourself from their influence. Remember, the best revenge is massive success, but success achieved with forgiveness in your heart is even sweeter. It means you have not only proven them wrong about your abilities, but also about the power of their words to hold you back. As we come to the close of our time together, I want to leave you with this final thought. Proving them wrong is not the end goal. It's a byproduct of something much more important, becoming the best version of yourself. If you focus solely on proving them wrong, you are still letting them dictate your actions. You are still giving them power over you. Instead, focus on proving yourself right. Focus on fulfilling your potential, on achieving your dreams, on becoming the person you know you can be. When you do that, proving them wrong happens naturally. But more importantly, you create a life that's true to you, that fulfills you, that makes you proud, regardless of what anyone else thinks. So go out there, dream big, work hard. Stay resilient, be patient, forgive freely, and most of all, believe in yourself. Because when you believe in yourself, when you commit to your own growth and success, you don't just prove them wrong, you prove yourself right. And that, my friends, is the greatest victory of all. Remember, you have everything you need within you. The potential for greatness, for success, for proving them wrong. It's all there. Your job is to believe it, to nurture it, to act on it every single day. So let today be the day. Let this moment be the moment. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for perfect circumstances. Start now, take that first step, and then the next and the next. Before you know it, you will look back and realize not only have you proven them wrong, but you have also proven yourself right. You are capable of amazing things. You have the power to rewrite your story, to defy expectations, to create a life that inspires others. So go out there and do it, prove them wrong, prove yourself right. And in the process, change your world and the world around you. Thank you for your time, your attention, and most of all, for your commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. Now go out there and show the world what you are truly capable of. Your time is now. Seize it.